Hey guys, it's Angela, and today we have the most requested video, and that is the Andrew Tate official movie trailer. You guys have probably heard of Andrew Tate, and he's a guy who obviously he flaunts his wealth, and maybe that is a part of how he has grown his wealth, and that is something that I wonder if it is necessary for him to do in order to keep his wealth. Now he has been in jail for a few months, and I am wondering if his businesses are able to run without him, and how his financial situation is going to be when he gets out of jail. And I mean, obviously, clearly, the internet is still very supportive of this guy, and so he clearly still has the fan base, and many people are running this. I mean, like on this channel, we're still talking about Andrew Tate, and people are still interested in Andrew Tate. So when he gets out, obviously he's still going to have so many people interested in what he has to say. So we're going to be watching this movie trailer. Obviously, Andrew Tate has gotten into trouble recently, and it makes me wonder why. Why has Andrew Tate gotten in trouble? Why has he been sharing these videos with us? And that maybe it seems like the reason why he has gotten in trouble is because he is sharing with us the things that he is doing in life and the lavish lifestyle that he's living, and he's sharing with people how he did that, the mindset that he had. And so that makes me seem that people, groups, organizations don't want Andrew Tate sharing that information with us and don't want us to have those things for ourselves. However, it's not just about the money that we have, it's about how we spend the money that we have. What are we doing with the money that we have? Why do we want to be successful? And so it's not just, oh, I have a Bugatti. It's why do I want a Bugatti? Why does Andrew Tate have a Bugatti? Why does he share with us about the idea of visualizing what color our Bugatti will be one day too? Why? So, and why do people not want him to share those things? Make sure you guys are subscribed to my channel because it is very interesting to see how all of this is playing out. And as you can see, I am talking like water. I am looking for Bugattis. I am thinking about motivation, and that's the reason why I started this channel, was to come up with inspiring things and motivate people, and that led me to Andrew Tate's content. Somehow it really did. And so obviously there's greatness happening here, and we need to figure out what is the problem, what exactly is going wrong, and why are people's intentions being taken badly, and why is it creating problems for Andrew Tate? Is he the one causing the problems, or is somebody causing a problem to him because of the goodness that he is creating? Although it is important to remember that we're human and we make mistakes, so it's not to say that anybody on the planet Earth is completely innocent, because we are all human. However, if people are fighting for good and then there's somebody fighting for bad, well, the good always wins, of course. So we'll see how this situation plays out. It's very interesting, but let's go ahead and get into this reaction video. So yeah.
I will say this because I say it on every single podcast. If they lock me up for some insane bullshit,
Andrew Tate has been arrested.
I didn't do it.
Okay. Wow. There's so many things, like, what? If somebody is saying that, clearly they know that they have enemies, somebody who is fighting the opposition.
The Matrix has attacked me.
The Matrix has attacked
If I
me.
carry on with the trajectory I'm carrying on, they're going to put me in jail.
Did he really say all of this? What?
Because I'm too influential. For the people watching at home, they just need to sit and understand that the system does not make rules for the good of you. It makes rules for the good of the people who make the rules. And a lot of the life paths laid out to the average man at home today is not for their own good. It's only going to lead them to depression and misery.
Do you think you're a force for good?
I absolutely not really know I'm a force for good because I'm a force for truth.
That's
and
wonderful.
Truth is a good thing.
That's
Without
wonderful.
truth, we're going to end up in absolute tyranny and slavery, and we're already on our way there.
Inside, because on the surface level we go out and we buy these things that we don't even need, and then we're feeling not comparable to our friends, and society is just super messed up right now. And so it is deep inside, and he has encouraged us to look very deep inside to figure out why are we making the decisions that we're doing, and how is it going to affect our lives, and why are we even here.
But I am seen as a bastion of free speech and a bastion for masculinity as a whole, because a lot of men are largely forgotten about.
There's no evidence in my files. I've done nothing wrong. everybody knows I'm innocent.
This is a huge injustice the way we see it. They should not be detained at this point. There are not even charges filed against them.
People are trying to set him up to look like he's something moral without any hard
and it's obvious. Obviously, there is a huge push for this. In every gigantic organization that owns everything. I would add to that too that a lot of females are taking on a masculine type role way of being, and that is also damaging to both sides, and it is encouraging to it. It's just insane to see everything that's happening, and for somebody to speak so confidently about it takes a lot of courage, and obviously there's a lot of opposition, and the fact that he has gained so much influence shows that there's a lot of people who agree. However, they don't want that, so they just want to get rid of it.
Men have a duty to provide and protect those they care about. We have a duty to do things we don't feel like doing because we know we're supposed to do them. And it's your duty as a man to stand up and say, I want to be as important and strong and good-hearted and God-fearing as possible, and I need to work hard to achieve those things. If you cannot control your own mind, then you are just a feather in the wind of life. Because your own mind is the only thing you can control. You can't control the weather. Right. You can't control other people. You can't even control whether your heart stops beating. You might have a heart attack tomorrow. You can't control anything besides what you think. There's no such thing as too much masculinity if it's genuinely masculine. Genuine masculinity is not out here to hurt people. It's absolutely the opposite. It's out here to protect. And when bad things happen, they call traditionally masculine men. If you need a firefighter, you need a masculine man. When you call the police because of the problem you have, you want masculine men. And as soon as a woman or a man is in trouble, when you look for backup, you look for masculine men. And masculine men have a duty to provide and protect those they care about. We have a duty to do things we don't feel like doing because we know we're supposed to do them. And that's why we stayed in the Titanic and died. And the dangerous thing about overly emotional men is that they're dangerous. They're genuinely dangerous. This is what's crazy. All these people who talk about toxic masculinity and how bad it is for men to be traditionally masculine. A traditionally masculine man does things he doesn't feel like doing because it is his duty to do them. He charges into the building because it is his duty. Not because he feels like it, because it is his duty. We're now teaching the new generation of men that they don't have duty and they can just act on their feelings and act how they feel, and they don't have to act as a man should. Do you know what happens when you get men who just act how they feel? You get school shooters, you get violence, you get rapists. Men who do not control their emotions are dangerous. If you find a man who is stoic, he's not gonna hurt people. He's gonna sit and think about his actions very carefully, and he's gonna be a good man who protects and provides for his family. You find a man who just acts out on impulse and does whatever he feels like, you're gonna find a dangerous man. Sitting here telling men to cry more and act with their feelings, and it's okay to feel this way, that way, etc., and have no self-control. That is why we have the problems we have in the world. Absolutely and utterly wrong. So when they talk about toxic masculinity, they have it completely inversed on its head, completely and utterly wrong. We need to be teaching stoicism. We need to be teaching young men to understand that the world is very, very difficult. It's hard to be a man. You're going to feel bad sometimes. You just suck it up and perform.
It's almost not human.
Anyway, not to sit there and cry your eyes out or blame other people. We live in a comfortable world now where people think, oh, it doesn't matter, it doesn't matter. But you know what? To some degree, it does matter. It does matter, and I'll tell you who it matters to. It matters to your soul, and it matters to God. I stand in the mirror with a pure heart. I know I am the best version of me that could possibly ever exist. I know that God is proud of me. There's nothing that God hates more than sloth and laziness. If God were to create a man and that man were to sit around and do fuck all, God will frown upon you. It's why you're never lucky. If you're listening to this and you think I'm never lucky, I'll tell you why, because God dislikes you because you're fucking lazy. Start to work, start to show God the beauty of his own creations. You'd be amazed how lucky you'll become.
He has so much faith.
Wow. God is unhappy with these people. And inside their hearts, they're unhappy. We talk about depression, anxiety. That comes from self-loathing. You loathe your own weakness. You loathe your own laziness. This is what all of these things are. I don't feel depression. How can I feel depression when I'm the most powerful version of me that I could ever fucking be?
That's right. We need to recognize that it does indeed rain on the rich people. A lot of people think, oh, well, rich people are just lucky, that they just have it easier than us. And the fact is that it rains on the rich. They go through hard times too. But the difference is how they respond to those things. When hard things happen to us and we just aren't able to control our emotions and it's so hard, that's the problem. That's the problem. The problem is ourselves. It's not anybody else.
How can I feel depression when I could squeeze my own hand hard enough to break my own bones? How can I feel depression when I've smashed and destroyed 68 people's faces in front of me, men who thought they could test me in fair combat? How can I feel depressed? It's impossible. Do you understand?
That's true.
You love me. Andrew Tate's one of the most wonderful human beings I've ever met in my life. I hate everything that's going on. Like,
Love him with all my heart.
Yeah.
Like, I'll die on that mountain with you, bro.
Yeah.
Let's get on that hill. Where's the sword?
Why is the enemy of the state, so to speak?
He's got the hearts of young men. Mm-hmm. He's got the hearts of young men.
And that's a threat.
Yeah. Absolutely.
That's you guys. That's you guys who are watching the video, and you guys are taking on something incredibly great. You found purpose. You found a reason to live and to fight and a reason to work every day. You're working for something huge. You guys are doing incredible things. I applaud you guys. I'm happy that you guys are taking in these thoughts and practicing them in your daily life.
Feel like men nowadays need an Andrew Tate. He's a guy who's motivating men to be men.
If you cannot control your own mind, then you go through life with zero control, zero influence. You can't control anything. You're just a feather in the wind, waiting for life to blow you from happy place to sad place to happy place to sad place.
That's what we call wandering generalities. We have to be meaningful specifics and write down what your goals are. You have to write them down on a piece of paper. And don't just write down, oh, I want a house, I want a car. No. What color is your Bugatti? What kind of rims do you want on it? You have to literally plan out every single detail and not just write that, oh, I'm going to have a Bugatti. Write down that the Bugatti is yours. What person are you going to have in the passenger seat? Everything. These things truly matter, and those are the types of things that Andrew Tate teaches, and he's just giving too much power to other people.
Completely hoping on the gods to be fortunate to you, because if any genuine discomfort comes your way, you're fucked. Because everybody's fucking distracted. They're getting distracted by this, distracted by that, watching fucking Netflix, jerking off to Pornhub like fucking jackasses. It's so easy to win if you can control your own mind. But it seems that nobody fucking can.
The thing is that it's easy to win, but it's easier not to win. It's easier not to do anything. However, when we have that burning desire that Andrew Tate is given a lot of people, because he makes us recognize that there's a war going on, of a spiritual warfare is always happening, of good and evil. Even right now, even as I'm speaking, even as we're sitting right now, we have a choice to make good and bad decisions. And so when we're just sitting there thinking about what we should be doing for the day, and we actually get up and we actually work, and you guys are working, you guys are the hard men who are making these huge buildings outside and making society run and building these incredible organizations, that's when we're actually providing good to the world. When we are actually able to create and know that the things that we are creating is for the benefit of other people's souls.
And that's how the people who run the world keep the world running, because they have all the slaves exactly where they need them to be, permanently distracted and semi-depressed, working their asses off in jobs which will never satisfy them and never pay enough money. That's the Matrix.
Hey, Andrew, how do I get like a six-pack quick? What's the fastest way to get a six-pack?
Why does it have to be quick? Why does it have to be easy? Why do you think life is all quick and easy? Why can't it be hard and difficult? Why can't you suffer? Because suffering is what gives it value. If everyone had a six-pack and it was quick and easy, then it wouldn't be valuable, would it? If everyone walked around with a six-pack and they got it easily, then no one would give a shit. The whole point is that it's difficult to get. Value is linked to difficulty. If you want something that is valuable, you need something which is difficult to obtain. The fact that you just said you wanted it quick and easily shows that your whole mental model is fucked. You shouldn't be thinking about quick and easy. You should be thinking about hard, suffering, pain, going through it. That's what you should be thinking about. This is going to be hard, but I'm going to do it anyway. Because when it is done, then everyone's going to know that I went through something difficult. Why do you want it to be quick and easy?
You're
Don't
right.
you understand how your mind is? Your mind is broken. Your mind is broken. I say that life as a man is exceptionally difficult. I say the most beautiful and the most terrifying thing about being a man is you're born without value. Society doesn't care about you. You're only going to be cared about based on how useful you are. You have the chance to build yourself up and become a superhero if you're prepared to do the hard work and be indefatigable enough to never quit. But if you're going to stand around and wait for a handout, nobody's going to ever respect you. I think that the world's never going to think you're important unless you make yourself important. I think you get to decide what character you want to be in this movie, which is your life. You can decide if you want to be a comedian or a musician or a fighter. You get to decide what you want to be, and if you work hard enough, you can become it. It's the denial that's going to hold you back the most. The people who go, yes, I'm wasting my potential, those are the ones who have potential. The ones who stand up and go, I am wasting my potential, I could be anything, and I am not that yet. They have a chance.
This stream actually, I'm pretty sure changed lives. I swear to God. You changed lives just now.
I hope so.
Definitely. Definitely. And we also are very capable of changing people's lives, because even in the most casual conversation that we have with our family members, when we say something to them, they are changed. And when we see their reaction, we are changed from their reaction. So not just in learning do we grow, but also in teaching. And that is why Andrew Tate is so great, because he has been teaching these things for so long that he's really got them down. Because I mean, you learn it and then you do it and then you teach it. That's how you understand, and that's how you really change a character. That's how you really grow as a person. And that's something that's so important, because I mean, we can sit here and work really hard on everything else, but until we're working on ourselves and being able to change how we do things, then are we ever going to really be able to make any difference? Because I mean, then it's just going to be hard. Everything's going to be hard for us, and we're going to be working even harder when we could be working on ourselves. So then that way we can work better, not work smarter, but work it more intelligently, right? So we can have a bigger influence on the world, that we can actually make sure that what we are doing is providing good and not just crap, you know, that we're not just destroying everything around us just for our own temporary short-term benefit. Andrew Tate's content is incredibly deep. It is very deep. And not deep in the sense of like, oh, like that touched me emotionally. It's not just a feeling. It goes beyond feelings. Make sure you guys are subscribed to my channel so you can see more videos. This is just such an interesting place to be in. It truly, it is. Andrew Tate brings up some incredible things. So thank you for being here. I really appreciate your support. And you guys know that on this channel, we're going to be talking about things of inspiration and fulfilling our life purpose. So make sure you stick around. Thanks so much. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.